I previously made videos on exactly how we use projects on demand to add hundreds of thousands and millions of dollars of residential repaints to our painting partners, but I never actually showed the proof of exactly how we do this time after time. So this video will prove to you how easy it is to grow your painting company to millions of dollars per year. So watch this video until the end, close your browsers, pay attention, take notes, and see how we're able to scale residential painting companies to millions of dollars per year and be able to allow them to actually live the life they want and grow the business they want on their terms. So let's get into it. So the first painting company I want to introduce you to is Justin and Mark in Canada, and they are killers. Like, some of you guys might already know this company, but they do millions of dollars a year door knocking, but they were never really able to crack their client acquisition for online. They were working with other marketing agencies, that they were landing projects here and there, but it didn't quite cut it because there wasn't a tailored approach to helping them land projects consistently. So they came on with Tridas and said, hey, we want you guys to use your video marketing strategy to actually help us land projects consistently, to help take us from a few million doing door knocking, adding millions of dollars online as well, and exponentially growing their company. So what we did is we came in, there was like these really key areas just outside of the main city by the water where there were lots of really big homes. It was a completely untapped market. So we hyper targeted those areas and we got them to record selfie style videos calling out those areas, and we actually had Mark go and record a selfie style video in the neighborhood where there was a pretty famous church around the area, so that anybody that saw the video instantly saw that he was in that community. And he essentially said, hey community, my name's Mark, this is what we do, this is why we're great. I'll kind of give you the frameworks of what we used. And we ran a Facebook marketing ad in these ideal zip codes with the edits and the ads that we actually specifically built, and they were able to instantly generate leads. And they not only did 30k, yes, they closed 30k worth of work in the first day of running these ads, but within the first week they closed over 150k in work off of a couple of grand in ad spend. And this just goes to show how important it is where if you find the right target market with the right sort of homes and you produce the right sort of videos that attract these sort of homeowners and show that you're a person and you're just a people business, it's really easy to get them intertwined, which is how we've been able to help scale Mark and Justin, adding hundreds of thousands of dollars to their business from the Facebook marketing. So I want to introduce you to David. David was a painting company owner that was doing about 300k a year before he came with us, and within the first couple of months we were able to scale him up to doing over 100k a month with our marketing, and he's now well on track to do over 1.3 million a year this year, meaning last year he did 300k in work. This year he's going to do about 1.2 to 1.4 million depending on how much his production can handle it. And the biggest thing that he leveraged was he was already using lead generation sites and doing a little bit of Facebook marketing, but again, he wasn't doing it at the high performance scale that allowed him to really generate the sales and estimates that he needed to not only fill up his calendar but allow him to hire a production manager as well. So we came in, we hyper targeted the areas that he wanted to get work, we got him to create high performance video ads. Specifically, we had him use an app called Mixcam, which is essentially an app that allows you to have two screens when you record a video. So half of the screen records out the front of your camera showing off the project, and the other bottom half of the screen records a selfie style video showing you, so he can walk around talking about the project and the customer can actually see the project and they can also see him talking. And these ads are working really well at the moment because it not only showcases the project that you're working on, but it also says, hey, I'm a person, this is who you're going to be working with. And it's built a lot of trust in his community and knowing that he's the guy and he's the painter to work with. So he was able to land a lot of work, and literally in the last week he's closed over 60k in work just off of a few grand in ad spend with these high performance video ads. So this is the second guy we've been able to scale to over $1 million a year from essentially nothing. The third company I want to introduce you to is Jason and Jen. They've been working with us for a couple of years now, but before they started working with us, they were already running a pretty well-oiled machine, pretty well-oiled painting company. They were using another like big marketing agency in the space, and they generated about 100k worth of work with this company in about 6 months time, which isn't bad, you know, adding a decent amount of revenue. But we saw an opportunity where they weren't leveraging these high performance video ads and these real Facebook marketing strategies to generate a lot more work. So they also recognized this as well. It's why they reached out to us here at Tridas. And when they jumped on with us in the first 3 months, they were able to close over 200k in work. So they went from closing 100k in 6 months to closing 200k in 3 months, which essentially is double the amount of revenue in half the amount of time. So it's essentially a 4x on what they were doing previously. And since working with us over the past like 1.5 to 2 years, they've closed a little bit over $1.5 million and spent around $25,000 in Facebook marketing spend. Now, these guys here, they don't want to scale any more than where they're at because they only do exteriors and hardy side them. So they work for like 7 to 8 months of the year, and they take the rest of the months off to kind of battle plan for the next year, have some time off, have some vacations, and they are very happy with the setup they've done. So not every company we work with needs to hire 15 project managers, hire estimators, and go to 5, 10, 50 million and scale it to the moon. You'll be very surprised like how much you can change your life when you do operate a $1 to $2 million a year painting company that's very lean, very profitable, where you've removed yourself and you're just solely focusing on the high leverage activities you can do. That's exactly what Jason and Jen have been able to accomplish with Tridas. The next painting company owner I want to introduce you to is Dennis. Dennis came to us when he was fluctuating around 30k a month in revenue, and he was really struggling to find a consistent way to land more estimates. And he was also spending a lot of time investing into not only his marketing, but also his self-development and his mindset and improving as a business owner. And between running our marketing strategies and also investing in himself and learning how to sell better projects and investing in sales training, he was able to close over 97 grand in work last month off of around 3 to 4k in advertising spend. So he's essentially at a 3 to 4% cost of marketing. And by the way, this is just with Tridas. Okay, so he went from 30k a month with his entire business and now doing almost 100k just off of our Tridas leads, and he's also doing door knocking and other avenues to land work as well, and he's absolutely crushing it. And the reason being is because we were able to take him from inconsistent marketing with lead generation site to actually producing high performance video ads, targeting idle customers, and having people want to work with him as opposed to him going out and chasing them. And not only did this mean that he was generating more exclusive leads and more people that are interested in working with him, but over this time he's been able to build his brand consistently so that people know, like, and trust him in the area. And on top of that, I have to give him kudos. He's been putting a lot of work into improving his close rate, and clearly it's working because every couple of days now we're getting notifications that he's closing 5, 10, 15 grand projects, and he's absolutely crushing it. And this just goes to show that it doesn't matter if we've got our 50% covered. We always have our 50% covered with the marketing. We also need to make sure that the owner and the operator, the partner we're working with, also has their 50% covered, that they can actually sell the estimates. And when we combine those two together, that's when we really dump rocket fuel on the fire for our painting company partners. Now, the last guy I want to introduce you to, just so we don't take up this video too long, is Quinn. He is a brand new 5-star painting franchisee, and he came in, and I'll give him some kudos on how he runs his team and his leadership in a minute here. He wanted to very aggressively grow the businesses. So he jumped on with Tridas. He recognized that Tridas was obviously the company to help him perform at the highest level for his marketing. So we came in and we not only worked on his Google rankings to help improve his Google rankings, but primarily, again, it was high performance Facebook ads where he had his estimator record videos saying the offers and the things they had going on. They had a special offer of 10% off, so they put a bit of a urgency around it and said like, hey, for the next few homeowners, we've got 10% off for the rest of July. And this created a ton of engagement. We ran this as an ad in his idle areas, and he was actually able, within 3 months of working with Tridas, he was able to become the highest revenue closed 5-star painting franchisee in a single month. So he closed over 300k in work, and out of the 200 plus locations that 5-star has, there was nobody else, even people that have been in business for 5, 10, 15 years, nobody else was able to outclose him on that month because of the Tridas marketing and how quickly we've been able to scale him up. Now, like I said, to give a bit of kudos to Quinn, the way he operates his business is very unique. He was an ex-athlete and very into sports, and he strongly believes that any person that he adds into his team, they need to have some sort of athletic sports background, because he hired a lot of athletes and sports people because he knew that they have a competitive advantage because they are competitive people. They're not going to be slow and lackadaisical. They actually want to put in the work. They know they need to put in the reps to make it happen. And this is proven true, and it's something that we also operate at Tridas, is we want to look for people that have some sort of competitive edge, that have the grit and have the hustle to make it work. And he's doing an incredible job with hiring people that have had some sort of sports background, knowing that they're going to be savages when it comes to doing the thing. So we're able to plug amazing high performance Facebook marketing in with his leadership skills. We're able to scale him to closing over 300k in 1 month in a very short period and becoming one of the biggest 5-star franchisee sales record holders for that month. 200 locations isn't a short feat by any means. So as you've seen, just from these 5 guys, they were able to generate hundreds of thousands to millions of dollars in residential repaints to actually grow their painting company through Tridas. And this is what it looks like in the winner's circle. It's not just luck, it's when you combine good marketing with a good business. We're just dumping rocket fuel on the fire to help you grow. And for the past 2 years, we've been working with hundreds of painting companies to implement our projects on demand system to do exactly this. On an average, we help painting companies land anywhere from 30 to 50k in residential repaints solely from our marketing, and on the upward end, when people want to start scaling and putting more into the machine, they start generating hundreds of thousands of dollars every single month from our marketing. The biggest nuances to how we're able to do this for painting companies is we use high performance video ads, where it's almost like selfie style videos where we're recording you introducing yourself, saying who you are, showing off the projects you're on, and running these as hyper targeted ads in front of your community to not only build a know, like, and trust factor, but to position you guys as local celebrities and a local authority so that people actually know who you are when they are looking to do a painting project. And we've seen thousands of painting companies come and go, and we've worked with hundreds of painting contractors that have been able to win inside of Tridas. And the biggest difference I see is the guys who are able to win understand a couple of things. They understand that they need to invest their profits and their revenue into marketing to keep compounding and growing the business. Like, there's guys that will grow the business to $1 million a year and it will take them 20, 30 years, and they deem it's because of word of mouth and referrals. Well, we grow painting companies to $1 million a year in 6 months, in a year's time, and that's because we're able to force it. If we can force profit and revenue into marketing to force you to scale, it makes it a lot easier to land more projects. So you want to be able to reinvest into yourself and your business if you are serious of growing your company. But more importantly, you need to be willing to get yourself out there. You need to be willing to pick up your phone, take some action, record some selfie videos, have our team edit them for you and put them out, because you will build such a strong presence and brand in your community, and you'll be seen by thousands of people every single day. It's unreasonable for you not to make money. And nevertheless, even on that side, we've even had guys get recognized in Starbucks, get recognized at their daughter's school game, get recognized even on vacations by other people in the areas that were there. So this doesn't just build your brand and position you as an authority and land you projects, it also makes you almost like a local celebrity in the area. And if I'm being honest, if you aren't already generating millions of dollars from your marketing online and achieving your goals in terms of hiring project managers, bringing on estimators, and scaling your painting company, then this should definitely be a conversation you entertain when it comes to working with Tridas, because we see so many companies that are at this capacity with their crew, and they could handle an extra 30% or even up to double the capacity they're currently handling just from implementing some solid marketing. So that's why I need you to click the first link in the description that's going to take you to an application where we're going to be able to see if we're going to even be able to help your painting company. And if we feel like where you guys are at is a position that would benefit from working with Tridas, we'll reach out to you and schedule in a call where we'll be able to dive in a little bit more in depth into where your business is, and more importantly, run through the projects on demand game plan to see how we could implement it into your business to help you generate millions of dollars in residential repaints. So if you have any questions, let me know. Click the link below in the description to actually get started on seeing how we can scale your painting company with high performance video ads and Google Map Pack rankings as well. Again, my name is Ryan Stacey, the owner here of Tridas, and I'll see you on the inside.